sometimes the second version isn't just better, it's legendary. In the 1970s, R&B artists didn't just remake songs. They hijacked it, redesigned it, they transformed them, and turned them into timeless classics. From 2-minute pop jingles turned into 9-minute orchestral epics, to disco anthems that were originally slow-burn Philly blues. Today we're ranking the top 10 R&B covers of the 70s that actually beat the original. At number 10, we have the cover that proved funk has no borders. In 1974, the Average White Band took an Isley Brothers classic and set the dance floor on fire. While the Isleys' original was a gritty masterpiece of soul, AWB added a polished, syncopated, tight funk edge that defined the mid-70s sound. It was so authentic that many listeners didn't realize these pick-up-the-pieces hitmakers were from Scotland. They didn't just play the notes, they captured the pocket, turning a work song into a party anthem. It became the gold standard for blue-eyed soul, proving that when the groove is this right, it doesn't matter where you're from. Who did it better, Isleys or AWB? Let's settle the debate in the comments. At number 9, we have the song that turned a sweet pop melody into a psychedelic soul symphony. And that is why in 1971, Isaac Hayes took the Carpenters' biggest hit and made it unrecognizable. While the original was a 2-minute crush, Black Moses stretched it into a nearly 9-minute obsession. He replaced the light piano with a heavy walking bass line, cinematic horns, and his own legendary baritone monologue. It was a massive risk for Stax Records, but it proved that R&B could be just as grand and complex as any classical concerto. He didn't just cover the track, he baptized it in the waters of Memphis soul, creating a blueprint for the long-form covers that defined the decade. Is 9 minutes too long or just right? Drop your vote in the comments. At number 8, we have the cover that traded the ballroom for the backwoods. In 1970, Mavis Staples took a Burt Bacharach classic and drenched it in Mississippi mud. While Dionne Warwick's original was a masterclass in sophisticated pop, Mavis brought the weight of the black church to every lyric. She slowed the tempo to a crawl, letting the silence between the notes tell the story of heartbreak. It wasn't just a cover, it was an exorcism of grief. This version proved that R&B didn't need lush orchestras to feel grand. It just needed the truth. Before Luther Vandross ever touched this track, Mavis Staples turned a house into a sanctuary of soul. Mavis or Luther? Who sang it with more soul? Let's hear it in the comments. At number 7, we have the song that turned a Canadian pop ballad into a permanent R&B staple. Still rings in midnight silence. In 1974, New Birth took Wildflower and gave it a heartbeat that still echoes in hip-hop today. While the original was a gentle soft rock tune, New Birth injected it with dramatic intensity. They replaced the acoustic strumming with a slow-burning groove, explosive horns, and some of the most soaring falsetto leads in music history. Stretching the track to nearly 9 minutes, they didn't just cover the song, they built a cathedral of sound. It became a quiet storm legend and a goldmine for producers like Kanye West and Jamie Foxx, proving that a great melody belongs to whoever feels it the deepest.
You see, because I'll be somewhere around.
Is this the best use of falsetto in the 70s? Let us know in the comments. At number 6, we have the cover that outpaced a legend. In 1967, Gladys Knight and the Pips took a Grapevine that was already a hit and turned it into a wildfire. While Marvin Gaye's iconic version was a slow burn study in paranoia, Gladys brought the fire of the black church and the precision of the Pips. She traded the haunting strings for a heavy gospel-inflected piano and a tempo that demanded movement. It wasn't just a cover, it was a completely different story. Marvin sang like he was being crushed by the news, but Gladys sang like she was over the drama and ready to dance. It became Motown's biggest-selling single at the time, proving that the same lyrics can live 2 entirely different lives. Who owns the Grapevine, Marvin or Gladys? Let's fight it out in the comments. At number 5, we have the song that turned a spiritual cleansing into a gritty street anthem. In 1975, Syl Johnson took Al Green's soul classic and dragged it through the Memphis mud. While Al Green's original was a smooth, ethereal prayer, Syl Johnson brought a desperate, raspy energy that redefined the high record sound. Backed by the legendary Hodges brothers, this version traded the velvet for the vice, adding a layer of funk that felt dangerous and divine all at once. It wasn't just a cover, it was a reimagining that proved the same river could be both a sanctuary and a struggle. It's the definitive blues soul crossover that remains one of the most sampled grooves in history. Who owns the river, Al or Syl? Drop your vote in the comments. At number 4, we have the cover that won 3 Grammys and defined a generation. Singing my life with his words. In 1973, Roberta Flack took a folk melody and turned it into a silent explosion of soul. With his words killing me softly. While the original was a gentle folk tune, Roberta spent 3 months in the studio perfecting every breath and beat. With his fingers, singing my life with... She stripped away the guitars, replacing them with a steady, jazz-infused pulse and her own haunting vocal layers. It wasn't just a cover, it was a psychological study of music's power over the heart. La, 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 la. Oh. This version was so dominant that it almost erased the original from history, proving that R&B doesn't always need to shout to be heard. Sometimes the softest voice carries the most weight. Is this the greatest vocal performance of the 70s? Let's talk in the comments.
Came to see him to listen for a while.
At number 3, we have the cover that set the 70s on fire. In 1974, the Ohio Players took a Jimi Hendrix classic and turned the rock world into a funk-drenched riot. While Hendrix used fire to showcase psychedelic guitar heroics, the Ohio Players reimagined it as a rhythmic powerhouse. They replaced the distorted feedback with a sharp, syncopated horn section and a bass line so heavy it defined the Dayton, Ohio sound. It wasn't just a cover, it was a total reconstruction. They stripped away the rock haze and added a street-level grit that took the song to the top of both the R&B and pop charts, proving that the hottest flames always have a funky heartbeat. Hendrix or the Players? Who brought the most heat? Let us know in the comments. At number 2, we have the cover that turned a slow burn ballad into a global dance floor revolution.
I'll surely miss your tender kiss.
In 1976, Thelma Houston gambled on a remake that Motown almost didn't release.
Set me free.
While the original featured the velvet baritone of Teddy Pendergrass, Thelma injected the track with a frantic, gospel-infused desperation. She traded the sophisticated Philly shuffle for a four-on-the-floor disco beat that captured the spirit of a changing world. It wasn't just a cover, it was a career-saving masterpiece. After years of struggling for a hit, this Grammy-winning anthem proved that sometimes the right tempo can turn a sad song into a universal celebration of survival.
Don't leave me this way. Oh, baby.
Is this the greatest disco cover of all time? Let's hear it in the comments. At number 1, we have the cover that became a movement. In 1971, the Staples singers took a simple R&B demo and turned it into a monumental blueprint for self-respect. While the original demo by Mac Rice was a solid groove, the Staples brought the authority of the Black Church and the grit of Muscle Shoals.
Keep talking.
With Mavis's gravelly, commanding lead and Pop Staples' iconic guitar, they didn't just sing a song, they issued a mandate for the culture.
If you don't respect yourself,
It wasn't just a cover, it was a spiritual awakening that crossed over to the pop charts without losing an ounce of its soul.
respect yourself.
It proved that R&B could be the conscience of a nation, making Respect Yourself the undisputed champion of the 70s remake. Is this the most important cover in soul history? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.